Welcome to the Simoniz Scrubbing and Recoating Training Module. In this video, we will learn how to repair existing floor finish through scrubbing and recoating. This process will remove embedded dirt, scuffs and scratches, and prepare the surface for 2 to 3 coats of cleaned finish. When the existing floor finish has begun to appear soiled and no longer responds to burnishing with a maintainer or spray buffing, it's time to scrub and recoat. This process is designed to extend time between strip outs. Scrubbing and recoating should be done a maximum of 3 times before a strip out is required. Overutilizing this process will cause excessive buildup on edges and low traffic areas, which will make subsequent strip outs more difficult. This video will cover floor inspection, materials, preparing the floor, floor scrubbing, and we will conclude with applying finish. Let's start with inspecting the floors. You're looking for such things as soiling and signs of wear and an overall lack of gloss or depth of gloss. So your floor needs scrubbing and recoating. Here are the tools you'll need to do the job. Wet floor signs, dust mops, 2 mop buckets and wringers, 2 clean looped mops and mop handles, a doodle bug and pads, blue or green floor pads, scrapers, gloves to use when mixing cleaner, eye protection, a floor squeegee with handle, a low-speed floor machine, a wet vac, a dryer or floor fan, an auto scrubber if available, an all-purpose cleaner, a finish mop or finish system, and a trash can liner. Now that you have all your gear and you've inspected your floor, we are ready to begin. Make sure you know your problem areas and obstacles like corners, traffic lanes, baseboards, and edges, and put out your wet floor signs. Next, you mix your all-purpose cleaner according to labeled directions. Make sure you're wearing gloves and eye protection. There is usually a wide range of dilutions for cleaning and scrub and recoats. We recommend an all-purpose cleaner with a pH higher than 7 rather than a neutral cleaner. This will do a better job loosening soil and softening the top layer's finish when scrubbing. Use a wet mop to flood the cleaning solution over the area to be scrubbed. Apply liberally, making sure the floor is completely covered. Allow the cleaner to dwell for 5 minutes. This will slightly soften the top layers of finish. Use a doodle bug with a brown pad to scrub the edges and corners that your machine can't reach. Use a scraper to get in the door jambs and corners to remove soil. Then scrub the floor with a blue or green cleaning pad and a 175 to 300 RPM rotary floor machine. Use overlapping passes to ensure that the floor is completely scrubbed. When you use an auto scrubber, use 2 overlapping passes. The vacuum should be turned off with the squeegee off the floor. When the floor is completely scrubbed, use your floor squeegee to pull the cleaning solution out of the corners and off the edges. Use a wet vac to pick up the cleaning solution. If you're using an auto scrubber, put the pad driver down, the squeegee down, and the vacuum on. Make 1 pass with the solution off and a second pass with the solution on. Make sure that the solution you use is just cool water and no cleaner. Finish up by rinsing the floor with a clean mop head dampened with cool water. So let's recap our steps up to this point. We inspected the floor, identified our problem areas, enclosed our work area with wet floor signs. Then we mixed our cleaning solution and applied liberally with a clean mop, allowing it to dwell for 5 minutes. We scrubbed the edges with a doodle bug and a scraper. Next, we scrubbed the floor with a blue cleaning pad and a 175 to 300 RPM rotary floor machine, making overlapping passes. We used a floor squeegee to draw the solution away from the walls and picked it up with a wet vac or auto scrubber. Then we finished by rinsing the floor with a clean mop head dampened with cool water. This concludes the scrubbing portion of the video. We will now move on to the recoating process. This video will take you through the process of recoating a floor after scrubbing. We're going to cover applying finish, proper framing techniques, and review drying. We'll start by putting our wet floor signs in place for safety. Line a mop bucket with a trash can liner. This will ensure that our finish will not be contaminated with leftover soil or chemicals in the mop bucket. Dip the finish mop into the floor finish. Wring out the mop head so it does not drip. Use a clean looped finish mop and apply an even medium coats. Light to medium coats dry faster and more uniformly. When applying the finish, you want to frame the area, applying the first coat 12 inches from the baseboards to limit buildup and fill in the center area with light to medium coats. When applying the final coat, frame the area all the way to the baseboard. Apply 2 to 3 total coats of finish. Let each coat dry to the touch before applying the next coat, usually about 30 minutes under normal conditions. It may take longer to dry in high humidity situations. A fan can aid in quicker drying, but make sure and allow the finish to level for 10 minutes before starting the fan. Aim the fan above the floor, not directly onto the wet finish. The goal here is to improve air circulation. Make sure that dust cannot be blown onto the finish. So let's do a quick recap of the recoating process. We put out our wet floor signs for safety, and then lined our mop bucket with a trash can liner before pouring in our finish solution. We then applied with a clean looped finish mop and even medium coats. We applied our first coat 12 inches from the baseboard and filled the area with light to medium coats. On the final coat of finish, we framed the area all the way to the baseboard. Thank you for joining us for the scrubbing and recoating section of the floor care training video.